Hey everybody, welcome to my channel once again. In one of my previous videos, how to format your book for Createspace using Microsoft Word 2007, that was. I got a question a few days ago. Let me show you what the question is so you can see exactly. And I'm aiming this particular video to that particular person to answer their question. The question is, how did you align your page numbers on the table of contents? I've never seen this before. Okay, all right. What I did was I did a kind of I did it like a manual way, a shortcut way. So what I'm gonna do in answer in your question, I thought it's best that I did it in a video format so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so let me go to one of my documents here. I have a document here. It's a recipe book, right? And I'm sure exactly what I'm gonna do so get it done nice and easy. As you can see here, I have a table of contents already done, but what I will do, I'll delete this and start everything from scratch so you can see exactly what is done. So let me just go into reference and just go to table of contents, and I'll remove this from here. Okay, good, lovely. So the first thing needs to be done to make this nice and easy when you're doing your book. This is a recipe book, like I said, but of course it can apply to any book because all books have like different chapter titles and things like that, right? So when you're doing your book, for each chapter title, for the headings, what you need to do, right? You go, you highlight your book type, your chapter heading, and then you go into home area, and you make sure you select any one of these, heading 1 or heading 2. I use heading 1 for all of my chapter titles, right? In this case, like I said, for all of my recipe titles, I use heading 1, right? Now, now that has been done, I'm finished my book and everything. Now I'm ready to create to create a table of contents in my book. Of course, like with the previous video that I did, I showed you how to set the page numbers and everything. As long as that has been done, now we could go and set the table of contents. I'll leave a link to that particular video I'm talking about in the description box below, and I'll also leave a card on the top right hand part of the screen there so you can see. Alright. Okay, so now that has been done, we're going to create a table of contents, right? I just typed in the word table of contents, okay, and this is the easy way. Okay, so we're going to reference. Now I'm using Microsoft Word 2016. I got this new version when I got this new computer, right? So we're going to reference. I don't know if you can see in the corner here, the option called table of contents. We're going to click on that. Right, and we're going to come down here. We have different options that is easy to select from, but I want to go in to show exactly what's really happening. So I'm going to select custom table of contents. Now here you could see. Now let me just show you exactly. When I first started this project doing research for this particular video, this show levels was defaulted at level number 3. Let me show what it looks like. Number 3, right? So basically, if you select that particular option, your table of contents will look like that. But we just basically want the maybe the chapter title, or in my case, the name of the particular recipe, right, to show up in the table of contents. So I don't really want all those levels. I just want level 1. So I'm going to go back to select level 1, leave it at that, right? Now these two boxes here, you will see print preview, and you will see web preview. Okay. Now, as you can see here, this is looking like a hyperlink. Now, remember we're creating a book for Createspace where you can print on demand. And print on demand, of course, you have a book, hyperlinks don't apply, okay? So, in this area here, as you can see, use hyperlink instead of page numbers. We're going to click on that. We don't want any hyperlinks in our books, okay? So, this is what it's going to look like. Same thing on the both sides, print preview and web preview. Good, we're looking good so far. So the next thing we need to look at is show page numbers. If I click on that, the page numbers will disappear, and of course we want page numbers, so that's what it's going to look like. Okay, for each chapter title, you're going to get a page number, right? I'm going to leave this selected here. If I unselect that, this was what it's going to look like. But I like to have this little dot in between the recipe title or the chapter title and the page number. I like to see that. And you could change that dot to something else. You have like dashes, right? And that's just your preference. And we have this other one here, bigger dots sort of thing. Okay, I like the dots. Good, lovely. And that's basically it for, I'll keep it nice and short and simple. So I'm going to click OK. And the beautiful thing about this is it just insert that whole table of contents in your book for you. Now remember, for this to work properly, you would have had to format the title, chapter title, like I mentioned to you before. If you don't, it wouldn't show up, it wouldn't work, right? Okay, so we have our table of contents already inserted, nice and easy. And another thing that I like to as well, if I make any changes to my if you see here something, I'm seeing something different here, which I don't want. Another thing I would suggest that you review this table of contents. I'm seeing here, you see here, it has ingredients. I don't want that in my table of contents. I'll just delete that line. This is basically because I have a recipe book, but you shouldn't get this problem if you have a regular book that you're looking to publish. I saw something else here, directions. I'm going to delete this one here. Just highlight it and delete that. Lovely. Okay. Looking good so far. Alright. So now if I make any changes after I have done this part, I could easily go back into the table of contents. Actually, we have, just click on this button here, update table. And you're seeing here, update page numbers only. Update entire table. Depends what it is you did. I will click update entire table. That will update your table for you. You know, everything is good to go. Alright, but as I did that, now the directions came back, the ingredients came back, so I'll have to delete it again. Alright. Okay. And what I want to also show you too, since that person asked me that particular question, I decided I would show you a little bit of, let's see, if you're doing a regular document, maybe a report or something, right? And you, for some reason, you may have to set a table of contents for some other reason, right? I was just want to show you what's a little bit of information. Now I'll highlight this table of contents just to show you what I want to show you. And we're going to go into, let me see what it is. No, sorry, it's layout. And we're going to go to paragraph. Right? Next thing, we're going to click on tabs. Okay, this area here, basically how we could, outside of the table of contents option, this is how you could set like your tabs and how you get to align your page numbers and things like that, right? Here, as you can see right now, is defaulted right align. We can center it. This is the position, it's the numbers are positioned at right now. And we could change the leader, the column leaders, little dots or little dashes, or if you don't want anything at all, let me just select number 4 and say OK, and you can see what happens. Okay, it changed. Let me go back in again and go back into tabs. And I tried using left, but I didn't like how it worked, maybe because how it was aligned. I may have had to move the stop position for it to work properly. Let me show you what happened. This is what happened, right? I didn't really want to go into that, but at least you know how it works, right? Let me go back into that again, paragraph, and click on tabs. And then I'm going to put it back at right align. And I like the dot. I like option number 2. And that's basically it. So this is basically back to how, if you want to do it manually for yourself, how you could be doing it and how it's done. I hope this answers your question. What is your name again? I'm sorry. Just go back to that video. Greg Stevens. I hope this answers your question.